Good afternoon, Jens. Hello, Norris. Not sure you are, but welcome. Yaz, if you and Camila will be in the Aston Martin seat. Hello, MJB. He is my number 3 supporter after Sloth and Callum. Okay, interesting. Is that Geo Racing or I can't see he's online, so I suppose we should get going. Right, unfortunately, yes, couldn't change in time. But don't worry, guys, you'll still be scoring points for your teams because he just picked the wrong team. But if I kick him out the lobby, it will ban him. So unfortunately, that's the case. You're still teammates with Boomba though, Camille. Don't worry about that. It doesn't change anything. Right. Okay. Let's put my iPad down. Just wait for it to load in. Good to see you guys in the chat. Okay. I think we're ready now. So, good evening and welcome back to CLR Friday Round 6, Season 4 for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. This wonderful circuit in the heart of Italy has a synonymous link to producing historic moments in Formula One. Of course, you just need to think quickly to some of the history moments in F1, such as Ayrton Senna, all this Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso's battle with him in this track, all the way back in the early 2000s. So what moment will we witness today? Last time out, MJB had an excellent drive and control of a tension-filled race at Abu Dhabi, with the latter now 13 points behind Hump for the championship lead. Will it open up or will it get tighter? Well, so far in this tier, it's been unpredictable, so we don't know what's going to happen. I'm George, your favourite commentator and your CLR triple champion. Let's get this party started. And happy Valentine's Day to all those who celebrate it. I'm sure these drivers' Valentines are racing, of course. Right, let's get the telemetry on. Settings on for qualifying. We're only 14 today, so people probably out. Let's see. Good to see you, Jens, in the chat. Of course, we know your abilities. Hopefully, you can do something today. We'll see. We'll see. We have 2 drivers with Quali bands then, Raceborough and 21. They will serve Quali bands. Well, Raceborough has opted not to go through an outlap. You are allowed to do an outlap and just enable your setup and then box straight away afterwards. So, one of the Williams drivers are now on the track, and Callum is his name. Obviously, Jens is still in the pit lane as he has been slow on the way out. There is no way the guy has not said anything about me pit lane crash. Well, obviously, we do remember in Australia, Jens crashed on the pit entry, which caused laughter throughout the whole of CLR because that was so embarrassing. It could never be me, obviously. I would never do that at that pit entry in Australia. And there's always a chance he could do it again today, so let's see what this guy is capable of. Crash on the pit lane, maybe be on the podium or P10, something like that. But now we have Callum's on board, so I think it's good to just quickly go through the track. So that is the Variante Alta. There's a lot of corner names, obviously. He's coming towards Ravazza now. This will be this corner coming up. He's just going for it now. Ravazza 1 and then Ravazza 2. Let's go on board with Callum for a lap. Let's go on with his TV pod and see what Callum can do on this lap. So the Williams driver then, they're leading the Constructors Williams. So let's see if Callum can nail turn 1. Yes, he does get... That's actually turn 2, but that is the first corner, let's be honest. This Williams duo then, do you think they can win the Constructors? It's going to be difficult. The guys in the chat, do you think Williams are going to win the Constructors? Obviously Jens and Callum. I could say they're an alright driver lineup, but I wouldn't say any more than that. Obviously they haven't won 3 Drivers' Championships yet. As we go through, that is the Aquamilarali section. Jens, well, obviously, mate, you like talking, so let's let you answer this question. So, you guys are first in the Constructors. Are you going to win it at the end of the season? Just put it in the chat right now. Are you winning the Constructors? Callum did invalidate. Jens, I want you to predict your own team, because I think that would be an interesting subject. Boomba... I'm going to get a bit confused today because there's some guys in the wrong car. And here's a guy in the wrong car, Yaz. He should be in a Sauber. But Blow goes into the 14s early on. Good lap from him. Let's set this to leader so we can have him more accurate. So let's see Jens in the chat. I hope so. Top 3 is realistic, but winning is the goal. Of course. No, I wouldn't want to say for you guys. I'm not going to predict the Constructors champion. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide who wins it. But let's now go on board with Jens. Obviously, we have this Williams car going through the first corners. That is Variante Tamburello, the Tamburello chicane. And let's go through Villeneuve with Jens. Oh, that's too much curb and he's invalidated, so that's a shame for Jens. He's just invalidated his lap. Let's go with Lemmy then. So the Drift Master, Lemmy, he's second in the championship right now. He is just 12 points behind Humph at the moment. Hopefully for Lemmy, he can look towards P1, because last season he was P2 and he missed out by the merest of margins. Obviously he is one of the favourites for the title in CLR Season 4 on the Friday tier. Yesterday in Imola, in Monza, not Imola, this is Imola, but Monza yesterday, he retired from the race, so unfortunately for him, he's made the 173-mile trip to Imola from Monza, and now he is aiming for a win. This is a track he does like very much. I remember him saying about it to me before. Let's go on board with through the Ravazzas then. This is the final proper corner of this track. So apparently this is a corner coming up. Like, I'm not sure. This is like Austria turn 2, isn't it? Like, they say it's a corner, but it's not really. It's not a corner. Jens is actually going again. So let's see what the Williams man can do. Used a lot of ERS in that first sector, Jens. Yeah, this is a track I haven't actually done a race on myself personally. But Jens, he has done a few races around this track, I believe. So he's got more experience than me. Let's see what he can do. Goes through, that is Piratella. And now he's coming to the exhilarating. Mostly known for Leclerc's spin on the formation lap in recent years in F1, in the 2021 season. I remember that race very well, actually. That was a very cool race to watch. But now we have Jens taking it flat really good through variant outer. Ravazza on board with Jens. He brakes quite well. I think he got the car in decently. Misses the apex there slightly. But now out of Ravazza 2, Jens is going to cross the line and set 15.4. So that's P3 at the moment, which is obviously not where he wants to be. He wants to be P1, obviously, just like everyone else. Let's now see. Yaz is not currently doing a lap. Kruma's invalidated before he's going on his lap. Oh, here we go. This is a driver you want to watch on board with, MJB. One of the guys you'd say is the favourite for pole, because I think last 3 races it's been 3 poles for MJB. So here's the Quali master in the Ferrari. Of course, the Ferrari is a qualifying car, as you know from real life. Now we come through very anti-Villeneuve. Decent curb now into Toza. Now he's on his wheel. You can see his wheel really rotating there as the Ferrari driver in home soil today. Would it be a home win? I think so, maybe. We'll see later in my predictions. As we come now towards exhilarating, the Ferrari guy takes the curb brilliantly through that second section of the corner. Now we go towards Variante Alta. You can't really cut that curb too much because you would invalidate your lap. Obviously, you don't want to do that. MJB now coming towards the final corners then. It is obviously Ravazza 2 now. Drifting slightly wide of the apex, but he is a very good qualifying driver. So let's see where this will be. It's P1, slightly up on Blow's time, a 10th. We've seen him be on pole by 3 attempts in Abu Dhabi, so for him, he'll be hoping for an improvement. Callum went P4 then. Actually, Hobnob's on pole at the moment, provisional pole 14.4 for the Haas driver. There's actually quite a few drivers on laps now. I want to get to Reg because he's finishing a lap at the moment. The Alpine driver, he invalidates his lap actually, so that's not going to be one to continue watching on board with. Callum is right behind Reg getting a slipstream. I want to go to Humph actually, because this is the championship leader and he is going to be hoping for an even better result today. He thinks, this obviously you'd think he's on for a really good team. I would say he's really performing well. He goes, invalidates his lap. That was a mere margin there. Humph, let's see what that time would have been. So 14.9. That would have put him into P5, I think. But I'd say that Humph is in a really good position. He could definitely go for that championship. Of course, Humph has been becoming a really strong driver through the last few weeks especially, and I remember his first action when he joined this league, I think Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He crashed right in front of me in that turn 4, the wall that sticks out. He crashed into it and he a DNF there, but he's been on the up ever since those moments. I think for him a championship is a possibility, but I don't want to jinx anyone. Is anyone about to finish a lap? Reg is, but he's drifting through Ravazza 2 and into the pits. As we have a McLaren. Camilo has invalidated his lap as well. So that's not ideal for the Polish driver, who is actually driving faster than Martin today, but because obviously Yaz picked the wrong car. I'm not sure why he picked the wrong car. Maybe he just got confused. Unfortunately, we've had to put him in another car, but he is teammates with Boomba still. Let's watch on board with him actually. Boomba won the race yesterday at Monza. Wow, good strategy from him, wasn't it? He did 25 laps on the hards. Boxed really early because he had front wing damage, I believe. Um, he's now swinging that car through Ravazza 2 onto the curb. As we now come towards a line with Boomba, he goes P6. So, obviously he'll be hoping for better. But you never know. Boomba is a much better race driver than he is a quality driver. That's for sure. He's been driving very well. Definitely compete for all these championships. Definitely Thursday, Friday. Let's see. Right, we're with his teammate then because he's going for another lap. He's in the McLaren, but they're teammates. Otherwise, obviously, waffle on about. So we're now coming towards Ravazza 1 with Kamilu. Oh, it's a bit tentative there, I think. He just was a bit too calm on the turn-in. Let's now see what he will do. It's best to just get a lap on the board, and he does. That's P8 at the moment for Kamilu. That's obviously not an ideal position for him. 21 has a quali ban. He is allowed to do an out lap. Has he not got the message yet? As Blow goes P1. So I do remember last season he was very strong in qualifying around this track. Blow has been driving relatively right recently. I mean, he had that spell at the start of the season when he was struggling, but ever since then, let's just have a look at his results quickly. So Blow had a P3 in Silverstone, and that was in part due to some bad luck from other drivers. But you have to be there, and he was there on that occasion. Obviously, in Abu Dhabi, he had made many incidents, and he got P10 in the end. I remember he got some front wing damage quite early on in that race. Obviously, that doesn't help the cause. Humph has just gone P4, so that's a good lap from him. Let's now focus on Lemmy, the Drift Master. So he is a 10th and a half up. He just dodges that invalidation at Tosa. Lemmy, obviously, he loves this track, and can see why, because he has been performing well here in the past. I mean, obviously, I remember last season, I think he would have been on for the win. But unfortunately, his issues on his side caused him to not return for that restart. Something happened. I can't really remember too much from that situation. But Lemmy did invalidate on that occasion, so he'll need to recharge again or just box straight away, get a new set on. Jens is on the track right now and is invalidated as usual. So Jens will just need to prepare for another lap. He'll want to just improve from that P8. I mean, they're 6th and 8th for the Williams cars, and not too bad at the moment. Obviously, we have a Red Bull on pole, which is it's pretty standard in real life. Let's go on board with the Sauber driver who's in the Aston Martin, Yaz. So let's go through with the American driver, Variante Villeneuve. Yeah, that looked quite calm through him. It didn't look like it was too much of a push through there. He's just taking it quite calm. I don't really think he's pushing that hard. It looks pretty light on the brakes into some corners. So he's just trying to he's not going full braking. Using a lot of overtake. He's nearly out of battery already. But with Yaz then, we come through the Acura Miller Riley going towards the Variante outer. Let's now see if he chucks it over that inside curb. Yeah, he does. And the second one, and that's causing invalidation. And, obviously, I think the first curb is more of a problem. The entry is a bit unsighted if you're braking late, and especially on the quali lap, but he's been caught about a second curb there. So, Yaz, we need to recharge or just come into the pit lane, get a new set on. I think he's going to be doing a charge lap here just to get ready for his next run. 2 minutes left, just under 3 minutes, so 2 minutes 45 seconds, and we're now seeing some first out laps for the final runs. It's a short track, so you don't need to leave very early, but Blow has gone earlier than the others, to be fair. I would have gone at 3 minutes, so he's on par at the moment. Blow is just doing some weaving on the track. The Red Bull driver then is doing a decent job being the provisional pole. Can he find his pole position? Well, I'm sure he can find another pole. He did get some poles last year. Poles for the pole, as Max would say. Let's see if the pole will be on pole. So we will still be on board with Below as he starts this lap because everyone else is on out laps. And let's begin with Below. So ERS activated, DRS open, and the Red Bull driver begins his lap at Imola. So this is turn one. Okay, that is not turn one. This is at the real turn one, but it's turn two on the track map. So we're into the Tamburello chicane. Oh, it's a bit of a struggle on that curb. His car just bouncing around, a bit like the Red Bull, the real Red Bull on curbs. I trust you, it's not a realistic Red Bull. As he now comes towards Toza corner, that's a purple sector one. He's slightly up on his best first sector. I don't actually know if that is a purple, but it's flash purple in the bottom corner. But he's improving. Now, got to be committed through these corners, and that is a very decent Piratella section. Now, at Camaraderie, brake late for this right-hander. Gets a bit difficult on there. There is a Mercedes weaving, needs to stop. He does. Now we go through very into outer on the first curve. Slightly twitchy on the rear. It's gone purple in the middle sector again as Blow. Let's remain on board with him. So, Ravazza, one. Decent curb. Don't run right on this curb. Hit the apex there. Smash the apex there, Blow. And let's now see Blow as he completes his lap. Will this be an improvement to his pole lap time? It is an improvement, so he's gone into the 14.2s. Decent one from Blow at the moment. Hobnob's just started a lap. I want to go with guys further on. Is Lemmy on the out lap? Yes. Yaz is on the lap, so we'll go with Yaz for now then. Let's see if he can emulate Blow's lap. Comes through this section of Acromilorali. Decent gear, I'd say, for him. Just get a lap on the board, mate, because you can definitely gain some positions. 21 has just stayed in the pits. He's decided not to go over an out lap, but the checker flag is now flying, and this is the lap that counts for Yaz. The Aston Martin driver takes it through Ravazza's. Decent on that second curb. Let's see what the improvement will be. Yaz goes an improved lap time, but that's not going to be an improved lap position, sorry. MJB, pole, provisional pole for MJB. Callum, P4. As we now see, the next driver is... who's the next driver? That is Boomber's invalidated. That is going to be the Haas next of Hobnob. It's not an improvement. Blow is boxing, obviously. Mercedes next is Humph. Humph comes out the final corner then to the line. He goes P3, just the 10th off. It's very close margins. Let's go Kuruma next. Kuruma Reg will be starting 13th on the grid. Kuruma goes 11th. So that's his only valid lap. But that was very close for the top three. And MJB takes pole by just under a tenth, 99 thousandths. And it's 4 poles in a row for the Ferrari driver. And that's really impressive stuff. Good to see him. Good to see him do that again. As our final driver, Jens, is in the pit lane. We're going to see the provisional... Not provisional, obviously, it's the results because they're not going to change. But good job, MJB. It's another pole position on the Friday tier for the Ferrari driver. So, gets a bit of gravel on his tyres. Guys, please don't forget 2-minute rule. Because every time we've now enforced this rule, someone's readied up. So it is a 10th on here for MJB's pole position margin. Blow on the front row. Humph P3. Hobnob is in P4. Callum P5. Lemmy 6, 7 for Boomba. Jens in 8th. Camilo 9th. Yaz 10th. 11th for Kuruma. Raceborough Quali Ban P12. Reg P13. And 21, 14th Quali Ban. Just quickly put the race director on the stream. And we will load in for our race. Track limits are a joke around here, says Jens. They're very difficult on this track, I have to admit. Right, 2 minutes, guys. Listen to your driver Callum. You will instruct to ready up at the 2 minutes wait. After the 2 minute wait has taken place. So, I'm going to actually put an advert on because Max will get angry if he doesn't see that I put an advert on. 90 seconds. Cool. Okay. So I will just continue waffling on as usual. So let's talk about this track. We have 19 corners then, 9 to the left and 10 to the right. Overtaking spots, I'd say, is just turn 2 today. Obviously, that one DRS zone, it's a very tricky track to pass because there's just quite a lot of chicanes and then followed by fast corners. They're just obviously not the ideal overtaking scenario. We have the DRS straight, which is going to help. Safety car risk, I'd say, is low today. I'd say the safety car risk is relatively low around this circuit at least. But there's always a risk of a safety car, so can't rule that out. Strategy-wise, well, I'll let those guys pick the strategy before I say about it. So the previous CLR winners at Imola, Season 2, Camille won that race. So he's on the grid today, and actually both our winners are on the grid because Hobnob got the win in Season 3 Friday. So could those guys get the second win around this track, or will someone else rise to take the Season 4 Friday win at Imola? So we're just going to wait for those guys to learn some more stats about this track. 4.9 kilometers, 3.05 miles. It's a very historic track for Formula One. Obviously, it's mostly known for Senna and Roland Ratzenberger's fatal accidents in 1994. Obviously, 1980 saw its debut race, and Nelson Piquet won the race. And other famous moments here include Michael Schumacher's third title in 2000. In 2005, Schumacher beat Alonso in a crazy battle. And obviously, 2020, Mercedes won their 7th constructors in a row. And those are some very famous moments from Imola, from real F1. But let's see who's going to make the famous moment today in CLR F1. And I think the guys have actually... I think we're going to make 2 minutes. So congratulations. I think that was 2 minutes. So well done, guys. Yeah, well done, guys. Good to see. Right. Now I'm going to start talking about strategy. I think mediums to hards or hards to medium would be the best. I think softs are possible, but are not advisable. In my view, at least. Let's get the tons on mediums. Oh, that's fair enough. And yeah, the strategy is, I'd say, is just that, to be honest. So now, obviously, the advert should be over. So welcome back, guys. I don't have a timer when the adverts start and end. I'll just put commercial in the chat and it does it. So we have MJB leading from the front today. Will he be another lights to flag win? I think I will be surprised if it's going to be as easy as it was at Abu Dhabi, because he had really good control at that circuit. He drove diligently. It was excellent. It was a really controlled race from him. Obviously, good pace, good control on those track limits as well, which are going to be a problem around this track. Blow, though, is looked strong here in the past as well. And obviously that Quali lap puts him on the front row. You never know, Blow. He could definitely go for a move at turn 1. Humph, he's been driving excellently as well this season, as well as Hobnob. They've battled for the win as well in Monza. Callum, you never know with him. I'm not sure why he's that far down. What? Has he forgot to drive, or something's gone wrong for him? Lemmy is P6 at the start then. Boomba, he won yesterday, you never know, from 7th. Jens, you never know of him. It'll probably be a podium or a crash for Jens, as I need to do my predictions. Right, I'm going to go MJB to win, Humph P2, and I'm going to say P3. Let's go with Jens, let's do it. Jens P3, why not? Right, Callum's slotting into place. Is he an AI? Oh, I think he might be there. Right, let's get ready for 5 red lights at Imola. Because we see 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's going Imola. So, MJB gets away well. It looked like he got away really well then compared to Blow. It's going to be Humph then on the inside towards turn 1. And let's see the camera, a better angle then. Humph is clear into turn 1, so he gets a P2 and there's a spin at the back. That's the McLaren today and normally the Aston Martin of Camilo. But it looks like MJB has got away cleanly. 6/10 of a second lead. Blow is on the back then of Humph. He had a better start. Humph into P2. Needs to stay with MJB in the early stages. It looks like Callum is all fine then. There's a bit of concern here on the early stages, but it's P6. Lemmy's gained the place on that start, as it's very difficult for Camilo at the start then. He's lost a plethora of places. Jens running 8th still. Kuruma 7th. Good start for him. Good start. As we see Raceborough then with his teammate Reg. They switched positions, so Reg has conceded positions at the start. But it's a decent start then for MJB. Still got the lead, but Humph then has gained places on the first lap. Blow lost the place, but still runners with these guys. As we now see the first overtaken opportunity besides lap 1. Let's go on board with Humph then. No, it doesn't look like it at the moment. But let's go with Hobnob. He's a bit closer to Blow then. He's going to go on the outside of Blow. He's going around the outside. No, obviously that is a bit too far for a move, I'd say. We look behind, then there's action. There's action as we see Jens going wide. Jens going wide. He's lost positions to Reg. He's in 12th. He's in 13th. Boomba's coming from around the outside. Yes, 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 he's done it. And he's off the track, Jens. I believe that is contact. Yes, contact with Boomba. Camilo retires in the pits. That's a big points loss for the Aston Martin team early on. It's very scrappy at the back, but we now see positions changing every corner, it seems. Kuruma is back to 11th. He had a good start in 7th, but he's lost all those positions. The train has got the top 6 at the moment, so train for the lead is the top 6. Lemmy dropping off slightly. I think he's recharging. We know Lemmy is a very smart driver. We'll see what he can do. Jens is struggling 13th. Back to the lead then. Let's go on board with Humph. There's a long way to go in this race. The DRS is open already. Will this be a swap for the lead? I think so. Looks like Humph is gaining a bit more. And even more because Humph in the lead. Inside, Blow. MJB, oh, contact. A bit of a half spin there, but he stayed intact there. I saw Kuruma at the bottom had a spin, so he's lost places. 10 seconds behind those guys. He had a good start, Kuruma, shame for him. Humph is braking at the moment. He's driving diligently. It looks like MJB is going to be following though, because I think that little half spin opened it up slightly, but I think MJB has got a lot of pace to just keep with him in the DRS. Obviously Blow tried to move, but had a half spin. And he keeps holding on now. But let's see if this DRS will break. I suspect it's not going to break. We know MJB can stick with the DRS. 8 attempts is definitely not enough for a pass. I think he will use some overtake now. I'm not going to put the telemetry on because we need some TikToks. But let's now go through the Ravatsas. Ravatsa 2 then, exit off. MJB, DRS is about to open. He's 6 attempts behind now, so I think the range for a pass on this straight, at most 5 attempts, maybe 6 attempts, as MJB is actually catching a lot. It looks like a lower downforce setup, maybe. MJB on the inside, and that's going to be a position gained. But they're going to remain side by side. Humph is back in the lead. I think MJB went too late on the brakes. Callum's sticking with him as well, as Blow is trying to get involved with a move potentially. No, he just psyched him out there. Blow's just trying to send it potentially. Jens is on the recovery trail now. P12 for him at the moment. Let's look around the field. Now, Raceborough is in 7th, and that gap is not going down. So, well, obviously those top 6 drivers are very strong indeed. But you never know with those guys. Humph is recharging. Now, this could be a smart move for Humph, just to recharge, let MJB use his energy, and just defend with that recharged battery of his. As we now go back towards leaders, this is where all the action's coming from. Let's get the DRS open with MJB. Obviously, MJB is going to look for that pass. I'm going to see him take the lead then. Let's go on board with Blow. He's got a good view of this. And that is the lead for MJB. So they're just switching at the front. It's understandable. Just play with those guys. Play safe with those guys. Just make sure, you know, you don't accumulate track limits. You don't drop out the train because you're going to gain time in it. It's clear. We see Raceboro's not gaining anything. Even through some of the corners, he's not really gaining time. And the train there for P7 is running with Reggie at the rear. With, well, both Astons today. Obviously, Yaz is not an Aston. His points will count for Sauber. Right. They're recharging. It's quite clear. When you see the red light go on those guys, it's either because they're on the 10% of battery or they're recharging. And I think these guys will be quite good on battery because they've got opportunities to recharge. It looks like Raceboro has gained time in this middle sector, but it's because they're recharging. But they're going to gain half a second on the straight again. I can guarantee that one. Now let's see Hump then. DRS open, lap 6 then. The Mercedes driver then. Mercedes for both days, isn't he? Let's go through then. And that's the lead for Humph again. Just classic. Switch around. Let's go back behind. Boomber's going on the inside of Raceboro. Raceboro brakes late, keeps the position. Yeah, Boomber is ahead of Yaz though. Oh, Raceboro! Oh! He's hit the wall. He had a spin there out of turn 4. The Tamburello, except Tamburello. And Raceboro has lost part of his front wing. So that's not good for the Silver Fox. The British driver leads the race. We will hear the national anthem. Whoever wins the race today, we'll hear the national anthem after the race. Because I have tested it before the race and it does work. So we will hear the national anthem of whatever country. Of course, the winning country. And the nationality of the winning driver. It looks like Humph has decided to push. Lemmy's received a penalty for track limits. Those are the first penalties already. Lap 6, 21. Has a penalty as well. He will still win the points though, 21. Although Jens will be able to gain a position. He is gaining time, Jens. Keep it up, Jens. Keep it up. If you hear this. We're getting a bit twitchy out of that corner. Looks like Humph has tried to brake. And it looks like Blow's going to try and go for a move. But MJB deployed a bit better then. Is he out of ERS at MJB? I think he might just be recharging. Or Humph just pushed maybe to get a gap. Oh, it looks like there's a battle then. And it's a position loss for Lemmy. I think Lemmy had a moment. It didn't look like he crashed into anyone. Or a slight incident. Callum's into P5, inherits that position. Boomber as well, track limits. He's broken the train. Reg is in 8th. It looks like because of that Raceboro spin, that train has started to break up. Yaz has still got DRS to Reg. Reg has dropped out from Boomber. Will Boomber join his guys? Well, they're still all in the train. I think Callum is on the edge of a second. We need to push through these corners to keep up with them. Let's go back with MJB. Obviously, I would expect a pass from maybe one of these guys. Looks like Hobnob is starting to catch up. He's just playing it safe on the edge of this train at the moment, and his time will come. Obviously, SNRS captain or it's Hobnob, but he's under that name today. Oh, it looks like Callum has actually lost a lot of time. Lemmy's going through then. I think Callum, maybe he's made a mistake on the exit or something. He lost a lot of time. Into turn 2, and that's Blow into P2. But let's now see, is Hobnob going to go on the inside of the Villeneuve chicane? No. He's kept his car on the inside, but he gets a better exit. MJB struggling there. Tozer on the outside. It's going to be Hobnob on the outside. He gets enough space. Good little battle this. And it's going to be MJB holding the position. So Hobnob did try there, but he didn't get the position in the end. Looks like the sun's coming out. So, yeah, we didn't expect rain because Jens told us earlier. It looks like Blow is pushing through the corners. Humph comfortable in the lead at the moment, I'd say. But with Blow around, you never know. Ascend might be coming soon. Lemmy's catching up again. These guys touching, tapping. It's just what happens at Imola. You know, when you have such limited opportunities for overtakes, maybe someone sends it, and there's when the opportunity opens, you go for it. But we do have this massive DRS straight, which is going to benefit all our drivers today. Let's go with Blow then towards turn 1. He's going to be in the lead then, Blow. Blow on the inside. That's not going to be for Blow. It looked like it was a bit laggy at turn 1, but we go again. Blow then. It's the leader, Hump. 3-second penalty for track limits. So that opens it up at the front then, because Hump has taken an early penalty. Will these guys behind just stick to the task of staying in the limits, stay in the train? You never know with this situation, will it open up? As we now see Boomba has got another penalty for track limits. So he's really struggling at the moment. Reg as well does have a 3 seconds, but he's going to be ahead at the moment due to penalties. Yaz has dropped back and received penalty as well. Raceboro's, obviously he's got front wing damage, and he had that spin. Not fully spin, but he went off at turn 4, just an oversteer I'd say is the correct term. Karuma as well, penalty. He's running dead last at the moment, so hopefully for him he can gain time as the race goes on. Back to the front. Blow. It's going to be the inside of turn 1 for Blow. No, he just went there to defend, I believe, because MJB was asking the questions. Reg is actually getting a position as well, but let's see, it's actually quite close between these two. No, that wasn't enough. That could have been a move. Unfortunately, it didn't move on. Let's see, Reg gained a place on Boomba. I saw that as we were watching on board with the leaders. Reg in 7th place at the moment, so he is starting to gain on Callum because he's out of DRS now, and Lemmy is as well. So looks like the top 4 are just sticking with DRS, which is absolutely critical in this game. You can catch up, but it's difficult. I know Lemmy can catch up at this track especially because he loves this one. As we now see in the chat, Norris Speedster says, push Jens. Well, let's show you Jens then. He's running P12 at the moment. His race is probably with 21 and Racebrower, because Racebrower is losing time. Let's go back then to this battle. MJB is in the pit lane. So let's now see, is this going to be front wing or it's just going to be tyres? Undercut then. Hards are on. And it's going to be the first stop of the day. Raceborough and Jens follow in. Jens going for the undercut. As he will be hoping, he'll definitely gain time. Raceborough, is that a wing change as well? Yeah. So Jens is going to gain a position anyway. Reg receives another penalty for track limits. Now, obviously, that's not ideal. We're seeing, just look at nearly everyone's got a penalty already. But I think the guys who are not going to get the penalties are going to be the real winners here. Right, penalties then. So we have 3 for Hump and Blow, Boomba and Reg, 3 for Yaz, 21 has 6, and Karuma has 3. Everyone else is not on penalties at the moment. Right, back with tyres. Let's keep watching with these guys at the front. Apologies there if it did lag for some of the moves. I mean, I can't help it. Sometimes my internet can be dodgy. Some guys know. Hump is in. This is a pit stop for Hump. This is before the pit. I'd say the pit window is about lap 15, so they've gone quite early. He's responding to the undercut. Hards are on. I think most drivers are responding to undercuts. Lemmy's in as well. So we now see hards on. Callum as well. Hards, yes. You'd expect hards for everyone. Wouldn't want to see soft tyres at this stage. 21. That's a bit of a slow pit stop. Maybe he just pressed turn in early. But it's hards for him. 21 does average 9th and 10th for most races. I gave him driver of the day last week. Let's see. We might see a move here for Jens. He needs to battle his way through Karimi. You need to pass him because you don't want to get held up through the corners. Is Jens going to send it? Is Jens going to send it? Let's keep watching with Jens. Speaking of the undercuts, it has worked for MJB on Hump. It is good decision though by Hump to react because those guys at the front are going to lose time. They're definitely going to lose time with this staying out. You never know if there's a safety car. Let's see if they respond. Yes, both are in. It's definitely understandable, that one. So these top two drivers are in. Let's now see the Red Bull pit crew. Nice fast stop for Blow. Reg takes the lead of the race. I thought he pitted earlier, but actually it turns out that wasn't the case. So P1 for Reg. Yeah, I don't think this is public, but I did promise to the FIA and Reg that if he wins a race this season, I'm going to have to sing a song on the stream. So, yeah, he's in the race at the moment, but he does have to stop. And he's probably going to drop behind these guys who've already boxed. I don't know where he's going to come out. I'm not sure. Kruma's in. He's retired, actually. So all these guys finishing the race will get points now. Reg leads the race. I wonder what he's going to do. Humph. So they have been undercut, but they're a second behind. They can still catch up. Lemmy is in the train again. And that's the train for P3 now, provisionally. P3. Kruma's left the session. Hopefully for him, his race wasn't ruined or something like that, because yeah, it did look like he had a really good start today. But unfortunately for him, it just unravelled as it went on. Let's see if Blow is going to stick with DRS. He might actually stay in DRS. Or I don't know, maybe we got to the detection point in the DRS. I think it would have actually been in the detection point. Let's see if DRS is open. Am I correct or am I wrong? Yes, he did get in it. Not Humph, he has pits. Reg is staying out. He's just trying to do an overcut here. You know, it might work, you never know. Some guys may have contact collisions, but it does look like this top 5 is still together. So this undercut that MJB decided to go for, well, he is provisioning the lead at the moment, but he hasn't got that lead. It's not really staying. As it's not as big as he would have thought it would have been, because Humph came out right behind him and he's got the DRS still and he's back in the lead, Humph. So for him, he'll be hopeful. Right, Raceborough, let's see. I mean, he's 12th at the moment. This is not where you want to see the reigning Friday champion. Well, for him, this race has been raining today. Obviously, that turn 4 where he just lost it. That doesn't help. I think he just had some oversteer. It caught him out. Understandable, but he needs to just keep going, Raceborough, because it's definitely possible he could get the guys ahead. He's got no penalties, and the guys ahead have penalties. Jens actually has just received 3 seconds. Reggie's in. Let's go to the leaders then. Fastest lap for Hobnob. Will this change? Yes, it looks like MJB is in the lead. Blow on the inside at turn 2. No. Bit too late. He just went on the inside regardless. Is Hobnob just playing this strategic game where he just waits? Blow just moved there to defend. That's just fair enough. I think Hobnob is just waiting for these guys to run. Everyone's got penalties except for MJB, Hobnob, and Raceborough. So if the safety car does happen, wow, Raceborough will definitely be back in it. I'm not going to rule that out. Obviously, in Imola, Monza yesterday, we had an early safety car, but nothing more than that. Lemmy is sticking on. He's just dropping out of DRS and then coming back into DRS. So maybe it's just not his day today. Something's not really gone right at that point. I think he will be in DRS now, so good to see Lemmy staying in. Right. Humph, the Mercedes driver, is going to have the DRS again on MJB. So what strategy do you do for MJB? Do you just stick around with it, let these guys overtake you, or just try and break the DRS? I mean, obviously you want to break the DRS, but I think it's just logical to stay at the moment. Just recharge, stick with these guys, and you never know what will come out of it. Obviously, Imola is not the most interesting track for racing, but it can provide that moment, that spark. There's always a moment here. It's not the most exciting track for racing, but there's always that moment that happens. So we will wait for that. It's MJB. Let's look in the external camera view at the very end, the Alta, as the Ferrari driver, of course, for a home win, as it stands. Don't want to jinx it, because he has to do it. That's the truth. Humph is doing extremely well, though, because he's definitely on for another podium as it stands. Let's now see. It can definitely change. A lot can change. MJB is coming through for the lead, and that's going to be just yeah, another switch. Blow on the inside into turn 2. Oh, they've gone over the chicane. That is the moment that could have broken this race. They've just gone straight over the curb. And has that just broken the DRS? Well, I think at the moment they're just stuck within that second. They've just touched wheels, they've connected wheels, and they've gone over the chicane. I'm just watching a replay of it. Yes, Blow is on the inside and Humph is on the outside. And they've just got over this chicane together. Obviously, that would be investigated, but I'm not sure really at the moment. That is just that spark I was talking about a lap ago. It's just happened. Reg has gained the place on Jens. So the Alpine driver into 8th position. Raceborough is not really gaining. I'm not sure what's going on. Is he struggling today, or I'm not sure. It's maybe just a difficult day for him, a difficult day at the office for him. Blow has stayed in within DRS. That's good to see. This battle will continue. Obviously, Blow went on the inside and Humph stuck around the outside, and they just connected wheels, and they went over the chicane together. So a bit of a weird moment there. Hobnob's going on the outside. Outside. Hobnob. Into turn 2. He's kept it around the outside. That's a brilliant move, but he's got himself a penalty. Leaving the track. Humph is trying to come back now. Lemmy's going around the outside. Lemmy backs out. That's sensible. Oh, drifting again, though, Lemmy, but it's just unraveling a bit, and I think this is really just playing into the hands of MJB. No penalties for track limits. Everyone else around him has penalties. Well, everyone else in the race except his good mate, the race bro at the back. But for MJB, this is a dream scenario at the moment. Although the battle will continue, you never know. There could be a moment involving him spinning out potentially, something like that. You never know. Back with Hobnob then. It's only lap 18. There's a long way to go. Definitely a lot of chances for more track limits to be picked up. But it looks like MJB is just in control. He just looks in control. Now, Hobnob is into P2. Playing a smart game. Could he come into the lead though? MJB is just sticking around. He has his penalties. We're going to have an update. Oh yes, everyone has penalties except MJB now, because Raceborough just picked up 3 seconds. He's actually gained back on the back of 21 now. Reg another penalty. We will do an update on penalties. I think we'll wait till lap 20 and then we'll do an update on the penalty situation. Right, battles. Callum's into P6. He's lost a lot of time. Boomba is battling him now. Let's go with Raceborough because he's going to make a position up. Yes, that's P11. 21 is at the back now. As 4 seconds ahead to Yaz. I'm sure Raceborough could make that up. I'm sure he can. Back to the front train. It looks like MJB and Hobnob are the front two. Well, they are the front two because it says so. But it would appear that Blow is not really dropping off. Sometimes his race pace just drops off suddenly. We haven't seen that at the moment. That's good on his side, definitely. Good on everyone's side because we want to see this battle continue. As we will do an update on track limits after we see this opportunity for overtakes. As it looks like Hobnob got a good exit out of that corner. And maybe MJB is deploying a bit more. It looks like Hobnob might go for the move here. I think he will go for the move. Outside for Hobnob into turn 1. And, you know, MJB's just got to stick with it. Simple. It's a simple strategy from now. He's just got to stick with it. Boomber's regained place on Callum. It's a P6 for the Aston Martin driver. It's a road to recovery for him. Yaz is going for a move here with Jens. Jens can't return it on the inside. So that's P9 for Yaz in the Sauber. He will be classified as a Sauber. Obviously, he's not an Aston. Not sure why I picked the wrong car, but yeah. 21 is not lost so much time to Raceborough. Raceborough is starting to catch the guys ahead. I think it's just his race pace just been in stages today. It's not been consistent, but it's just been in stages. That wing damage wouldn't have helped. But we know his race pace will show. Lemmy has received another penalty, right? Update on track limits. Here they are. 3 seconds for our leader, and then 3 seconds for third and fourth. Blow and Tumph. 6 for Lemmy, 12 for Boomba, 6 for Callum, 12 for Reg, 9 for Yaz, 6 for Jens, 3 for Esper, and 9 for 21. A lot I've had to say there. Right, let's see this switch for the lead. Oh! That looked a bit close. Hobnob, he went on the grass, MJB. Looked a bit close between them two. It's an easy pass for Callum. They're just switching. It's understandable. They're in a fight here. As we now go back with Jens, he's too far. He's just too far for a move. Raceborough is not really gaining because that DRS is helping a lot as well. So I'm just trying to keep my eye on the field. Opportunities will arise, that's for sure. Just stay in the track limits, MJB. That's all you got to do. If he just sticks with these guys, stays in the track limits, he's going to win the race. Simple. A safety car could jeopardise it, but it's just got to have that control. I mean, I've had this situation. I remember last week I was in a realistic race and I always had this situation where the guys around me had penalties. I was just like, well, I just got to stick with them. Simple as that. Just don't get drawn into anything stupid. And you will win the race. Simple. And that is what happened. So, DRS open. That is going to be Hobnob then. This could be an easier pass. Yeah, it was much closer. I want to watch the ball blow. Hobnob is going. It's going to be the inside for Blow into turn 2. Yes, MJB has lost another place. So will this be an opportunity then for Hobnob to break? I'm not sent it on the inside. I didn't think MJB didn't resist it. But Blow is 7 tenths off at the moment. Can Blow just keep up in DRS? Looks like MJB is dropping back a bit at the moment. Is he just struggling maybe a little bit, MJB? Struggling. Oh, sorry, there's a bit of lag for some guys. For MJB though, there isn't, and you know, obviously he's the guy we need to keep an eye on. It looks like Hobnob's pushing on here. Can he break the DRS? That would be big for him. Blow over the curb. Yeah, he has broken a second. Hobnob has decided to go up the road now. He's broken a second. That could be massive. And that's not going to be DRS for Blow. He's already gone through the detection point. It's 1.2 now. This Blow's pace just starting to drop. MJB's pace is starting to drop as well. Maybe boxing early wasn't the right thing. And this is the fastest lap for Hobnob. So yeah, he's pushing. He's pushing for sure. MJB is trying to come back now. Using his ERS. Will he send it on the inside on Blow? No, it's too far. Way too far for a send. So the DRS has been broken at the front. Blow is trying to use his ERS to catch up, obviously. MJB sticking around there. All we see a move behind. That's Yaz again on Jens. Looks like Raceborough is not catching up to these guys. You can still catch up on penalties though. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility because he's 6 seconds behind and Yaz will have to serve 9 more seconds. Yaz is actually struggling through some of the corners. He's going a bit slow through some of the corners. Anyway, the Imola Grand Prix continues. Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Obviously, Imola is the town it's hosted in. The Ferrari driver then. What can he do? Oh, he's got to be slightly deep there. He needs to make this pass. Yeah, he's definitely got an opportunity for a pass here. The gap's 1.3 ahead to Hobnob. MJB looking for a move. Yes, so that's going to be a simple move. Just use the ERS and he'll get back into the DRS of Hobnob. Yes. So MJB recharging there at turn 1, or maybe he's run out of ERS. As it looks like Blow is going to hold on. Hump then has dropped off slightly in the stint. Maybe he's just struggled in the stint. Maybe he's picked up damage from that corner. That might be a possibility. I mean, it doesn't look like there's damage on the front wing, but there is potentially, because you never know what it will say on his MFD, or it just flashes up sometimes and doesn't say there's damage, but there is. Slightly fits under 10%. Yellow flag. That's a Mercedes. That was 21. There was a yellow flag for him. I think he just had a moment. Didn't look like he had a terrible moment. I mean, he's still on for P12 at the moment, 21. We'll definitely have to decide our driver of the day later. Hobnob continues on his way. He's still got the DRS broken, and that gap is gradually continuing to grow. Oh, MJB has a penalty. So that is just everyone with track limit penalties, and that has just opened the race then, because Hobnob can just have a little smile at that, because he's broken the DRS. He's done the right thing. He's pushed on, and he's got that DRS broken, and he's on for a win here potentially, because they're 3v3, aren't they? Yes, they're 3v3. Boomba receives another. He's having a torrid time on track limits today, Boomba. I think he will stay ahead of Reg, but he will lose position to Callum. I think Callum has been a bit better. Well, 9 seconds and 15, so Callum has been better. That is factually correct. Reg, another penalty as well. He's had a difficult time with it as well. Jens is battling Yaz. Yeah, it just looks like Jens, it's just not really been his day. I mean, he had the incident at the start, which obviously would not have helped, but 9th place, he's gained some places. You know, those points could be valuable come the end of the season. I mean, the 7th for his teammate would be 6th as it stands. That's not terrible. Not terrible return for Williams. Jens has another penalty. As Hobnob continues to grow that lead. It's 1.9 now. And now you would want to build that gap up to 3 seconds or 5, definitely, because you never know if there's a penalty or more track limits come his way. I think MJB has actually ran out of the ERS. So that is massive for Hobnob, because he can continue to extend that lead. As well, we have another move. This is Callum then through on Boomba. They're having a nice little scrap here. Blower's got another penalty, so that's going to open it back up to Humph and Lemmy. Boomba's coming through. As whoa, he spun. He saved it. Good save. Really well done by Boomba. No, I'm not sure. I don't think there was contact there. I think he lost it by himself. Correct me if I'm wrong later. I didn't see contact. We will see, though, later. Oh, it looks like... oh. Callum slowed down. Is he just battling, or is he going to give the place back? I'm not sure. I think he might just be he just wants to battle him, which is fair enough. Because actually, Callum is just going for 6th anyway. Reg is currently in 8th. He has behind. It looks like the track limits have not favoured Reg as well. He's not always been good at track limits, Reg. It's not been his strength. Right, Blow. Will he use his ERS? I think they might just be struggling on the ERS at the moment. As Blow goes towards turn 1. Hump has gone on the inside. Oh, contact. That was Hump on the curb at turn 1. Lemmy had a drift, but Hump, I think there was just contact again between those guys. So the moment when they locked wheels at turn 2, that was a crazy one. But it looks like Hump did a good job to keep that under control. Oh my word, Lemmy is just drifting for the cameras, it seems, at the moment. I want to watch on board with him for a bit, because I haven't really watched on board with him today. Oh, no, another 3 seconds for MJB. So all the track limits are coming in now for MJB. So that battle is going to be Hump at the moment running 2nd. and it's for P3 between MJB, Blow, and Lemmy. So obviously the penalties are jeopardising the race. It just looks like it's going to be a cruise to the end for Hobnob because he's not got as much penalties. He's got a 2-second lead. He's just played it smart, you know, Hobnob. Very well done at the moment. Not commentator's curse. Blow was nearly out of DRS there. It looks like MJB is really struggling with his DRS. He's got that red light, and it doesn't look like he's It might be recharging, but I think the reason it's more logical is because he's run out of his DRS. Now maybe here he is recharging through the corners. Boomber's back through on Callum. That's just another classic pass with them too. As it looks like Yaz is going to be through on Jens. Yeah, P9 for Yaz at the moment. That's just its sort of position. It's not obviously where he would love to be, but that's where his position is. Mostly. Oh, Lemmy's gone through. Missed that. He's just sent it through that corner, Lemmy. The Akram Minerali. Wow, if he has gone for a move through that corner, he's chosen the right time to do it. And he's just charging his way towards these two. Lemmy's decided now's the time to get going. 21 box for softs. He's going to go for the fastest lap. Maybe Raceway will do that as well. We'll see later. Callum receives another penalty on track limits. Yeah, these guys are really struggling on track limits. I don't know how many penalties I would have. That's just a question I don't really want to answer. Because around this track, I think I would struggle. Maybe not to the extent of some of these guys. Lemmy's going for a blow now. That prompted him to use his ERS to try and get past MJB. And obviously, that didn't work out on that occasion. Because he was a bit too far on that point. Callum's through again on Boomba. Oh, Boomba. He went a bit over that curb again. We've seen that with two cars. And I think they're still quite near each other. But that's definitely one of the highlights of this race. That moment when both those guys just locked wheels, went over the curb. I remember that actually happened between... I think that was last season's race here. It was Boomba and Scouser who did that. Obviously Scouser is not racing today, but... Wow. That was a throwback. That's a 4-second lead for Hobnob. He's just driven really well. Nothing else you could say. He's cruising. He's just got cruise control, autopilot maybe, a nice drink, having a nice little drink. That's a pure cruise situation. Now Blow is coming towards the first chicane with the DRS. Lemmy's going for it outside. No, not in that case. Oh, contact. Oh no! That's a big crash. They've gone off together. That's Blow and Lemmy. There's contact from Lemmy on Blow. Oh my word. That is just really unlucky for them two. And it's just unfortunate because Blow just lost it. And there's nothing, Blow could do about that. And oh no! Blow's gone off again. That's contact with Lemmy. He's gone into the gravel. It might open opportunities for the guys behind. Boomba and Callum. I think more for Callum's side because of the track limits. But Blow has just been blasted off the track there. That is just so unlucky. He was on for a podium, Blow, and it's just unravelled at this moment. But now it looks like this top three. Well, it looks like Humph is on for second still. The DRS is broken. It looks like Humph has been very quick today overall, but MJB, well, he's still got an opportunity to get that second place on track still. And then that's just pure unlucky for Blow. I feel for him. That's so unlucky. He just got a really unlucky incident. That's going to help Boomba though. He's got DRS. That might create a new element in this battle. For P5 now, this is a battle. But it looks like Boomba's penalty situation is a bit excessive. Callum's as well. He's got double the penalties of Blow. Regis in for fastest lap. Yeah, may as well. He may as well go for fastest lap. He's got an opportunity. Clear track ahead, clear track behind. 21, has he got the fastest lap, 21? Not yet. Oh, it's not happened. Oh! That's an incident for Jens. Jens has gone off. Something's happened to him. I think maybe contact spin, something like that. I believe. I actually thought it was Callum initially, but we just go on board with Jens, and I just see him off the track. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's so unlucky for him on that occasion. This is the final lap now. Hobnob is on his way. Let's watch on board with these guys. Boomba and Blow and Callum as well. Callum might go for a double move. Let's see. Boomba, would he be ahead on track at least of his friend Blow? I think they're friends. But let's now go and watch on board. Boomba on the outside of turn 1. Boomba. Oh no! And that's Boomba into the barriers. And I'm not sure what just happened there. The Blow moved at the last minute. Something maybe. I'm not sure. But that has destroyed Boomba's race. And Yaz is going to be in P7. He's gained places as a result of some late chaos here at Imola. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he just go on the curb, on the grass? Maybe Blow moved at the last moment. I think maybe that is a possibility. I think that is so unlucky. And, you know, I feel for him again. Right, we're going to go and watch Hobnob now. He's going to take the checkered flag at Imola. He's going to win the race here. He won in Season 3 Friday tier. He wins in Season 4 Friday tier. And it's a great result for Hobnob. Incredible job. MJB is going to be P2 for now, but Hump takes it on penalty. So P2 for Hump, and MJB is P3 to complete the podium. Lemmy crosses the line. It's going to be P4. Something happened between him and Blow. Blow P5 on track at the moment. Callum P6. Good result for him then. Callum just controlled it. Yaz then is coming home for 7th. Boomba's penalty situation has destroyed a lot of it, and he's going to be overtaken by Raceborough here. Raceborough goes actually 7th for Raceborough. That's not a bad result from where he was. Jens P9, Boomba P10 then without penalties. Will Reds get the fastest lap then on the last lap of the race, as we need to prepare the national anthem of Britain. As Reds does set the fastest lap, so good job. As the last driver to cross the line is going to be 21. I'm not sure why my phone battery is drained so much. That's a bit odd. But 21 then is about to cross the line to conclude our race here at Imola. Let's go on board with Hobnob then, just to show everyone the winner. So congratulations to Hobnob on the Imola Grand Prix victory. I'm just going to wait for the podium to load, and then I'm going to do a formal announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I'm just going to wait for the podium to load. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I'm not going to wait. Okay, let's play it. Volume. Congratulations to our winning driver, Hobnob, today. Hump P2, I would have put the race director on. Oh no, the Dutch anthem started playing. We can't have that on, because obviously F1, we hear it every week. Just putting the race director on, guys, for you. If you need to do any track limits reports, here they are, the track limits. It's going to take me a while. Right, I just need to get the race results on the stream briefly as well. So it looks like Hobnob won the race, Hump P2, NW P3, and with Lemmy in P4. That was your top 4. Now, obviously, I'm not going to start reading the results, so I forgot everyone from the from downwards. Let's get the results. I just need to see it on the iPad. So 5th for Blow, 6th for Callum, 7th for Race Brower, Yaz in 8th, 9th for Jens, Boomer 10th, 11th for Reg, 21 and 12th, Karuma P13 DNF, and Camilo DNF'd as well. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that race. There was a race full of action, especially at the end. But I just want to say thank you to our viewers today. The CLR Friday tier doesn't disappoint. And let me just quickly look at our next week's itinerary for CLR. So CLR will be going to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix on the Thursday tier next week. And for the Friday race next week, we will be in Canada. So hopefully we'll see you then next week. Until then, thank you very much, guys, for watching. All the viewers today. And thank you, Racebird, for that comment. Yep, good race from you, mate. You had a difficult start, but good recovery in the end, mate. Well done. So thank you, viewers, and we will see you next time. And Callum will be commentating at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So, yeah, what else can I say? Good night.